What do you think? Are we portrayed as parasites leeching off society? Would you agree that, with the UN in this case, that portraying us like that could lead to violence and killings? Because apparently in the report where the UN accused the UK and Prime Minister May of the systematic and total abuse of the rights of disabled people, they also said, according to this lady here, that wasn't necessarily directly in the UN report. It wasn't actually quoted in the report. So what do you think? Look at me. Yeah, good old me. Good old Tony. You've seen me. If you're a follower, you've probably seen me quite often. And I've been doing an awful lot of YouTube videos. Yep. So you've seen a lot of me, and you've seen me often. So what do you think? Am I a scrounger? Am I a parasite? Do I take money that I am not entitled to? And do you people out there work hard and pay your taxes to support some dole-dossing scrounger who is not really a carer and does not really look after his wife and does not have any mental or physical health conditions? Is this all just pretend? Is it my way of living the life of Riley and getting things for nothing that everybody else works for? Just reading a couple of quotes from this. The person said she has told the UK delegation that its cuts to social security and other support for disabled people had caused a human catastrophe. Did you hear Jeremy Corbyn say that at Labour conference? I'll say it again. Had caused a human catastrophe. Comments that were repeated by the Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn in his speech to conference yesterday. What else have we got? This lady is called Denga. She says that cuts to social security have been so severe that they become life-threatening to many disabled people. And she then talks about the impact of austerity and cuts on attitudes towards disabled people. She says in an interview that disabled people are being portrayed as parasites, living on social benefits and welfare and the taxes of other people. And she calls this very, very dangerous. She says that such attitudes will lead on to violence against disabled people, and if we don't watch it, to killings and euthanasia. Now here's an important point. She stressed later to Disability News Service that she was not, I insist, not comparing the situation of the UK to the situation in the UK to propaganda used in Germany, Nazi Germany, where disabled people were referred to by the state as useless eaters, wertlos essers, who were burdensome lives, and as a justification for killing many of these people, 275,000 disabled people were killed, euthanized by doctors. I'm perhaps a little more of the opinion that actually the eugenic destruction of the sick and disabled in this country is actually a policy that the Tory party wants to implement. But let's face it, they're implementing it by stealth. I mean, I'm sick and disabled, right? I have mental illness. They can't just come around and take me away to a centre to get better and then just quietly euthanize me by an overdose of insulin, can they? I mean, at the moment in society they couldn't do that, I agree. So they're not doing the same as the Nazis and the T4 programme. Of course they're not. They can't at the moment. But I stress at the moment, right? If they decide that I am no longer entitled to these benefits, that, by the way, I have paid in for, but if they decide that I'm no longer entitled to them, and in fact I am just a scrounger, and I am trying to leech off the state, and leech off the hard work of other people, well, it wouldn't be too long before they withdraw them, would it? It wouldn't be too long before I'm homeless on the streets and getting frostbite in my toes, living in a tent in the depths of winter. Am I joking? No. It's happened already. A man was found living in the woods in the depths of winter, and he had to have all of his toes amputated due to frostbite. Yeah? So that's in the UK. That's happening now, right? So supposing they stop the benefits and all the propaganda goes through that, in fact, yeah, this man here is a scrounger. Stop his benefits, yeah? Let me just play you a little translation at this point of the German, because I can't say this properly myself, for the final solution to the disability problem. This is from Google Translate, so it's probably not the best translation, but I do believe that the government and Theresa May are looking for the final solution to the disability problem. Let's just play that to you.
Die endgültige Lösung für das Problem der Behinderung. Die endgültige Lösung für das Problem der Behinderung.
Looks like die endlosen Lösung für das Problem der Behinderung. It's not very good German, I'm sorry. Yep. But I think they are looking for that. And I think also they're looking, and have been doing, and will continue to do, to make us their scapegoats. They don't just scapegoat us, of course, they scapegoat any weak group. They scapegoat minorities, they otherize just about anybody they can think of, so that they can get away with filling the pockets of their billionaire tax-avoiding friends, and that they can use money that will be used to keep people like myself and my wife alive, so they can use that and give it to their tax-dodging friends so they can buy another yacht, another private island. Why should it matter if they feed all those rich people? According to May, they won't keep all that wealth. No, 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 it will trickle down, and we will get to eat even bigger scraps from the rich people's table. Yeah, that's called trickle-down economics. It's also known as horse and sparrow economics, where the big horse in the private field shits out all the crap, and then we little sparrows fly along and go fly, 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 and we eat the good quality crap. Yep. But unfortunately, despite what May will have been telling the Bank of England in their little celebratory junket of 20 years of the free market, one, the market's not free, and two, by the time the horse poo gets to the sparrows, it's lost all its nourishing marrow-bone goodness that it used to make the capitalist horse so fucking fat. So it doesn't work. Trickle-down economics is a myth, but a myth that works very well for people like Mike Ashley and Sports Direct. By the way, I shopped in one of his shops yesterday. It's something I don't like doing, but unfortunately that was the best price I could get these particular items at, that frankly we really need. But I support totally all welfare reforms, and I support totally everything to improve the conditions of his workers and how he treats people and how people are treated in that industry. I support people who are working in that shop and encourage them to join their trade union. Anyway, that's me. I'm done for the moment, but yeah, think about it. Okay, well, perhaps they have achieved exactly what they wanted, and us, disabled and sick people, are the ideal scapegoats. Somehow I have a feeling that's going to continue. Thanks for listening, and if you agree, please pass this video on.